Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on WWE Raw, 23rd of October 2017. We kick off the show with Kurt Angle making his way to the ring. He mentioned about last night being a dream come true, how they won and all that kind of stuff. He then mentions about Survivor Series. They debuted 18 years ago at Survivor Series. He then mentioned there will be two big 5-on-5 matches, a woman's and a man's. There'll also be Brock Lesnar versus Jinder Mahal, champion versus champion. Baron Corbin versus Miz. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus the Usos. So that's pretty decent. They're going to have all the champions. Oh, and Natalya will be facing Alexa Bliss as well, which we find out later in the show. Spoiler, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Then Miz comes out, whines about, you interfered. We would have won if it weren't for you. And then he said we're going to just... they surround the ring like the Shield do. They were going to beat him up. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins comes down. And then is like, okay, you can all have a match. We've got someone who decided to stay an extra night. It is AJ Styles. So you got 2/3 of the Shield and AJ Styles versus The Bar and The Miz. The actual match, Sheamus misses a bro kick, goes shoulder first into the ring post. Miz clotheslines over the top rope by Rollins. Seth does double suicide dive. Rollins and Dean hit one, and then Styles a phenomenal form to Cesaro. The match was decent, as you would expect. Nice to see AJ getting a nice good showing on Raw, which was decent. After the match, Kane's music plays, makes his way to the ring. He gets on the apron, enters the ring, hits an uppercut on Rollins, kicks Dean, sends Styles to the floor. Sheamus and Cesaro attack Ambrose. Kane chokeslams Rollins, then punches Ambrose. Ambrose is sent to the floor by Kane. Nice attack. Lovely attack. The Bar helps. Kane was probably not pleased about that, but what are you going to do? He's sent into the ring and starts talking about Braun Strowman and saying he is the only monster on Raw. And then I want competition, imitating Braun. Welts. And then Finn Balor makes his way to the ring, which I was not expecting. Nice touch. Then they have a match. Balor gets to his feet, hits a sling blade, running drop kick, then goes up top for the coup de grace. Kane gets up, tries to chokeslam him, but Balor lands on his feet. Chokeslam, picks him up for a second one, picks him up for a third one, and then Kane pins him. He got annihilated. They're clearly trying to build Kane up for something really big. Clearly, because otherwise he wouldn't have got a clean win over Finn Balor. So I trust WWE's got some best interest planned here. I really hope so. Otherwise, you've just wasted a decent match. But either way, it was a fairly decent match. Kurt Angle is on the phone. Shimmerman enters. They hug. Kurt calls him a crazy son of a bitch for jumping off the cell. He said he's still healing. Said, congratulations, you look good after 11 years. Kurt then asked for AJ to be on Raw full time. He went, nah. And then he said SmackDown really needs AJ. Kurt wants to the entire Raw roster. Shane reminds him that SmackDown won last year. And then he's like, I was the one, wasn't the one in charge. Kurt apologised for being insulting. Shane said that SmackDown will annihilate Raw at Survivor Series. Annihilation. We'll get back to that later. Then we have an Asuka video because she's next. Asuka versus Emma happened for a match. Emma with a roll-up, but Asuka kicks out, and then she applies the Asuka lock, and she taps out. The actual match was fairly decent. It showed Asuka as more dominating than she was last night. Emma did counter a few of the moves though, so it kind of showed the initiative of Emma, and Asuka showing a bit more domination, which was really, really nice. Good touches. Alexa Bliss makes her way to the ring. She yammers on about defeating the cat lady Natalya at Survivor Series, and then says, none of you were given a chance to me and showing appreciation. Why don't you be like little sheep and chant? And then she started doing a you deserve a chant, and then no one backed her up. Mickie James' music hits. She comes down to the ring, hits a DDT, and then tells Alexa, you deserve it, and leaves. Nice. Just general segment. She showed a bit of heel work there. sorting the fans is always a nice heel tactic. Mickey got a one up on her, which was decent. Then Kurt Angle's in the back. Bayley and Sasha show up. They ask about being captains. Kurt says, Alicia Fox comes in and says, I've been here the longest and the smartest. I should be the captain. And then she says you can have a triple threat match to find out the captain. She also reminds Alicia that pinfalls can only happen in the ring. She's like, oh, Kurt, and walks off. Apparently that's a reference to last night when she tried to pin Sasha outside the ring, apparently. Didn't watch the match. Don't plan to. And then Elias's in the ring, mentioned about not being able to do a show, and says Jason Jordan was trying the grocery list of immaturity. He starts singing. He has some technical issues. He says that whoever's the technician that can't do the job right, get out here and he's going to kick their ass. Jason Jordan music comes out. They have a match. Jordan punches Elias to the floor, runs him into the ringside barrier. Then again. Jordan charges at Elias and he just hits him in the shoulder with his guitar. DQ. Jordan gets a win. Doctors come down, check on him, and then help him to the back. It was a fairly decent match. Nice touch that they showed the legitimate injury on his arm, showing the devastation. Just kind of like Elias going, you know what, you're pissing me off, dude. Boom, right with your guitar. I liked it. Definite old school feel. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out. Paul talks about his client, saying that he is a decent champion. The WWE champion, it barely survived his encounters with Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, whereas Brock Lesnar has been a dominant beast. And then Paul's like, I don't trash talk my opponents. I didn't trash talk Goldberg, I praised him. I didn't trash talk Samoa Joe, I praised him. I didn't trash talk Braun Strowman, I praised him. And then he says you're a weak challenger, you're not even a counterpart or a contemporary or anything like that. When you think of WWE champions, you think of Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan. Yes, he referenced Hulk Hogan live on WWE TV. It's mental. Randy Savage, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, and his client, Brock Lesnar. Sorry, I can't do it very loud. And then he just says that he's going to go to Suplex City. The locker room was outraged. On that night, his client violated every single rule of the PG era. Last time a SmackDown Superstar walked into the face with Brock Lesnar, they had to stop the match. Oh yeah, he's referencing the Randy Orton match. His challenge is hereby accepted by the Undisputed Beast, the Conqueror, the Undisputed #1 champion WWE, Brock Lesnar. The overall promo wasn't too long. It was one of the best ones Paul's done for a while, actually. I've really enjoyed it. I like the references to proper stuff in it. It wasn't too long. It just hit the nail on the head, and it made it good. Then we go to Kalisto talking about the loss last night, and he said it would have been better if he lost someone who he respected, but he lost to Enzo. He's invoking his rematch clause for 205 Live. So tomorrow night he's getting his rematch. He's joined by Grand Metalik, Rich Swann, Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander, and they said they're going to all get a piece of Enzo tonight. And then we have the triple threat captain of the Women's Survivor Series team match. Bayley with a suplex, then she's doing like all of her setup thing for the belly to belly. Alicia's standing behind mocking her. She hits a belly to belly suplex on Bayley. She misses a scissor kick on Sasha. Sasha with a bank statement. Sasha rolls back into the centre of the ring, but Alicia sends Sasha into Bayley. Alicia gets a 3 count by pinning Bayley. Oh God, Alicia Fox is your captain. I hope you know where you're going with this WWE, because otherwise, cancel network subscription, no Survivor Series, cancel the whole show. But seriously. Then we go to Drew Gulak backstage. Oh, this is also this in the ring. He said he can't sit by and idly see a visionary like Lance Moore be held down by the man. Due to vocal injury, he has prepared a statement. He reads his introduction, and then says there's only one word to describe their opponent, and they're going to spell it out. S-A-W-F-D. He did the teapot Enzo, and it was really funny. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Paul Heyman did like a modern. He went it was really funny. Seriously, check it out if you can. I forgot to mention that really funny bit. But yeah, Drew Gulak kind of butchered this. It didn't sound like Enzo's, but what are you going to do? They have a match. Mustafa Ali, Grand Metalik, Rich Swann, Cedric Alexander, Kalisto vs. Enzo Amore, Drew Gulak, Daivari, Tony Nese, and Noam Dar. Kalisto with this salad to solve for the 3 count. It was an alright match. Nothing to write home about, to be honest, but it was a fairly decent show for more guys. There was a whole thing like Enzo trying to not get in the ring, but accidentally getting tagged in, and then just panicking and trying to get out, but can't get out, and then Kalisto got in, and he's like, oh shit, and then Kalisto won. So, it wasn't too bad. Kurt Angle then makes his way to the ring. He said on behalf of the Raw Superstars, he cannot wait to Survivor Series. This is the only time Raw goes head-to-head SmackDown. He said he has 5 best men for his Raw team. Shane McMahon's music interrupts. He makes his way through the crowd with the SmackDown roster, excluding Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. It was nice they kept that bit properly realistic, which is nice. Sometimes they kind of break kayfabe with this kind of stuff, but they didn't this time. And then they all surround the ring, and then Shane tells Kurt under siege. He leaves the rings. Shane tells Blue Team to go get him. They make their way to the back, beat up Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews. They attack a random person, hit them into a monitor. The makeup team runs away. Goldust, Kurt Hawkins, Scott Axel and Rhino try to fight back, but they are beaten up by the mob. They make their way into the locker room, beat up Jason Jordan, Matt Hardy. They go into another locker room, beat the shit out of everyone in that room. The women square off, and the SmackDown women annihilate the Raw women. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose ambush the SmackDown roster, but there's a lot of people versus 2. Baron Corbin and Rusev won the Capture the Kurt game, and then he made him watch Seth and Dean. They escort him back to the arena. Shane gestures to bring Kurt into the ring. He tells Kurt to bring his gold medal and the rest of his roster, because they will finish it all at Survivor Series. So will it be Kurt Angle on Team Raw versus Shane? Are they going to wrestle there? Because personally, I'd love to see an actual Shane versus Kurt match again. Because the last one they had was bloody mental, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, that was a shocking ending to Monday Night Raw. It really was. I was not expecting Monday Night Raw to end with SmackDown killing everybody. It would have been a nice thing if they beat up the announcers, made it like a true Nexus moment, but I guess it wasn't that harsh. But either way, it was a nice ending to Raw. And that has been my thoughts on WWE Raw 23rd of October 2017. A decent overall show, to be fair. I generally enjoyed it this week. The ending made it better. It's just like we're on the build to Survivor Series. So yeah, sound. I'm enjoying it. Now, as always, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please support me on Patreon. Link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.